Hi, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel. And we're going to do the Astrotarot cards for February 2018. Now, I know I do the weekly tarot card and they're general card for all the population. And they change weekly. The Astrotarot is based on your star sign and it's for the month. And it's not a big in-depth reading. It's your one card for the month that I can maybe give you a keyword or a key phrase to help you deal with the month. And once you've got that, you can then use that to help with the weekly tarot card, particularly if it's a bit negative and also if it's very good, etc. So try and use your Astrotarot to help you for the month, but also with the weekly tarot that goes up and down in between. This is the part 1, which is Aries to Virgo. And if you like the way I read the tarot, Tarot Novice to Pro in one book is my tarot book, and it's in all good sellers and Amazons all over the world. So where shall we start? As usual, we'll start with Aries. See where we're going. And the cut for Aries. 10 of Cups. Really good card for you, Aries. Particularly at this time of year, a lot of Aries can feel very unsettled and as though they're not moving forward. They're almost waiting on their birthdays to come and for spring to come to get themselves active and move forward for the year. So this time of year, February, can be quite difficult for Aries, as it can be for a lot of people, but particularly Aries. And basically the Aries, I know it matches up with this sort of unsettledness. When are things going to get moving for them? And this card for the whole of February lets you know that for the moment, can you not just be happy and contented with the now, with the way things are now? Yes, it's a Cups card and it's emotional, and it's trying to say, you know, find the contentment where you are now. Don't keep projecting ahead, because Aries can sometimes project too far ahead and all that effort, and then they'll maybe not do it at all. So it's important to start all the things that you do, Aries, from a position of contentment and a level of energy of where you are now. And the 10 of Cups is certainly a lovely card. It tells you that it's a month where there'll be good family, good friends, good emotions, maybe good celebrations, good happiness, contentment, feeling full with life. But matching up with the other astrological patterns, Aries can still feel a wee bit like they're stuck. So this card is saying, well, okay, if you are a wee bit stuck for the next month or so, fair enough. Try and just be in the moment and maybe practice mindfulness. So Aries, I think your key phrase for the month ahead would be stay in the moment. Because if you really focus on the moment, you know, it's pretty damn good. Okay, so let's now move to Taurus for the month of February. See for Taurus. Very Taurian card, Princess of Discs. She is an earth card. Basically the earth signs are discs or pentacles in the tarot, and this is the princess. Now certainly for Taurians, this brings the aspect to maybe younger Taurian women under the age of about 30. And it makes it kind of their time. So if you are a Taurian female under 30, this could be your month to really move ahead. But in general, the card talks about fertility. Now, yes, that's wonderful if you want a baby. It's really, really good because this is your fertility card. But in general, it shows you that life is fertile. That you plant a little seed and it will grow. So you don't need to go from seed to full-blown, let's say, plant rather than baby. overnight. Things take time. But it's important for Taurus, who sometimes takes a wee while to get going, that they understand that. So the seeds that you plant in February will come forth maybe over late spring, summer, even autumn. You might see the benefit of them. But for now, what are you waiting on? Plant the seeds. Because before you know it, 2, 3, 4 months will have gone by, and you could look back and you think, if I just planted that seed for February, I would be there by now, but I didn't. So I think that's a really good card. Yes, it might bring forth a lot of pregnancies for Taurians in the year ahead, but mainly it's about planting seeds now so that you have that growth later on. So I think the phrase for Taurus for February is, what are you waiting for? Okay, there's a song by Gwen Stefani, I think, what are you waiting for? I like that. Yeah, go play that, find it on YouTube. It's a bit mad video, but what are you waiting on? Right, so we've done Aries and Taurus, so let's go to Gemini now. And the top card for Gemini, oh, it's the same card. Whoa, I gave them a good shuffle there. I did. So we've got exactly the same card for Gemini. And this is interesting because, with doing all the signs, we can sometimes see a wee theme. And although, Aries was getting told, be careful, don't rush ahead into things, there's Taurus being told, what are you waiting for? And this is Gemini being told what you're waiting for. So Gemini, you can listen to Taurus as well. But what I'd like to add for you, you add an air sign. And I want you to plant the seeds and know that they'll grow and start things now. But remember, when you plant a seed, Gemini, don't get distracted and forget about it. Whereas Taurus will watch that seed grow and keep going with it. Gemini is likely to plant the seed and forget where they planted it, or plant the seed and then go get another packet of seeds and plant more seeds before they've even seen if the ground is okay. So you've got the same, Taurus and Gemini have got the same card for February. But to be honest, different signs will address it in different ways. Yes, the keyword's still, what are you waiting for, Gemini? Go and plant the seeds now so that in a few months' time you'll be further along the line and you'll be seeing the benefit of the things that you've sown in February. But the wee codicil with Gemini is just not to be too caught up with other things, that you forget that you need to kind of nurture this seed. And with relationships and with job, etc., that can be a thing with Gemini. They put in the initial work. And it's not that they don't want to see things go forward. It's that they get distracted. So Gemini, listen to Taurus, what I've just said for Taurus. And I'll say to you, your key phrase is what you're waiting for. But also to remember that once you've planted the seed, even be that a pregnancy, then go forth with it and make sure that you're not getting distracted by other things. That was quite funny. So now we'll go to Cancer, Cancerian. What's their keyword or phrase for February 2018? The cards, top card is the Queen of Cups. Now that is again a very Cancerian card. The Queen of Cups is the Queen of the water signs, and she represents women who are maturer, over 30, of the water signs Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. So Cancerian females, this is your card, which again says that February could be a very good month for Cancerian females, and that's wonderful. But with this card, you'll see her face is very beautiful, but her hair's over one eye. And one of the things I take from this, and it can be taken both ways, Cancerians are very emotional people. But when the emotions become quite overwhelming for them, they tend to shut that wee shell and hide them. And this card, I suppose, could be used in different ways in different circumstances. I would say your warning and your key phrase for Cancerians in February is not to hide your emotions. It's about showing who you are and being true to yourself, and knowing if that's emotional, then that's fine. If you're passionate about something, go for it. If you're upset about something, show it, because it's no good hiding too much emotion, because with Cancerians that then leaves them feeling as though they're misunderstood, and also can be a wee bit of someone that's, people don't understand me, but they would understand you if you just didn't hide the emotion. So in general, Cancerians are an emotional sign. It is an emotional sign and it's lovely. But when things get a wee bit overpowering, they can shut down. And I'm asking you for the month of February, Cancer, to show your feelings. Obviously, if you're in the workplace and you're feeling that you're hard done by and you feel like crying, you might want to pull the veil over slightly. And that will be true in certain circumstances in February. But for the main part and the most part, it's about not hiding your emotions. So please, Cancerians, let us see what you're feeling, because that way we can help. Okay? So show your feelings, don't hide them, and good things will come from that in February, Cancer. Excuse me. Now we've got Leo. What's February's card for Leo? This one and the top one. Leo, debauch. Leo, in February, your card's showing that you'll be a bit exhausted, a wee bit losing your petals, this flower, and not really nurtured. It's a time where a lot of Leos and a lot of people in general are looking for the spring, and they're feeling that they're really run ragged, that they don't have much time to themselves, and that basically they're not sleeping well, they're not looking after themselves, and that can have a negative effect, particularly if we're using this as the baseline for all the weekly tarot cards. So Leo, this card, if you look at it, that flower isn't actually completely wilted, but you need to water the ground under it and it will pop back up. So theoretically, Leo, before the spring comes or whatever, you need to take a good look at your life, and you need to look at your health, your energy, physical and mental, and pamper yourself and look after yourself and take your vitamins and have your exercise, go your walks in nature, moisturise your skin, all these things that you seem to have been too busy or too caught up in other things to actually do. So for February, Leo, I'm going to say your keyword should be self-care, and I would really like you to put self-care first, because remember, if you are not right or not good and you've got no energy, you're not good at helping other people. It's like when you're on an aeroplane and it loses altitude, you're told to put your own oxygen mask on first before you try and do it for your kids or people round about you. And if you don't do that, then you die and they probably die as well. So, that's a bit extreme actually, but you know what I mean. Leo, self-care, and we'll move on. And if we go to the last of the first part, we're going to Virgo now, and let's see what Virgo is for the month of February 2018. It's the 8 of Swords. It says interference on it, and I can't actually show this card too close because there's drawings of women with boobs on it, so just let's see. Look. Okay, how's that? You can see that there's two females, a wee man there. There's two females and there's two roads behind them. Interference. What it means is, instead of thinking that you're going straight to that road to that destination, there's all sorts of things going to be distracting you, taking your attention, and therefore that could make it a very stressful month for Virgo. And the only way to really get through it is to literally be vicious with distractions. If you've got a goal and you want to follow that goal, then if someone asks you to do something that you don't have the time for, you have to say, no, sorry, I can't help you, but maybe they can, or Google it. You have to say, my objective and my path to what I want is there, therefore I can't do this, this or this. It's about taking those two roads and making them into one so that they focus, and that you also are making the right decision for yourself. So any interference that's round about you in February, Virgo, you have to learn to say no. And that's what I'm going to leave you with, your phrase, a helpful phrase for February for Virgo is learn to say no. Now, that's the first part of February's Astrotarot. Second part will be up in a day or so. And I hope you like them. I'm going to do the Astrotarot for a few months till I see if people start to like it, and if it's something you would like, and if it fits in well with the weekly tarot. I'll not stop the weekly tarot. We need to see how this does underneath it. But so if you like the Astrotarot videos for the month, would you give me a thumbs up and maybe even comment? And if people like them, I'll certainly do them. So many blessings. Please subscribe, give me the thumbs up, and please join me for the second part of Astrotarot for February 2018. Many blessings now. Bye.